Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Today is August 14, 2020. My name is Leon Weinstein, broadcasting from the great city of Los Angeles, California. A couple of weeks ago, two members of the US Congress, Rashida Tlaib and Ayanna Pressley, unveiled the Breathe Act, named this way because of the Flynn case, of course, calling it a new vision for public safety. Guess what party they belong to? The bill was created by the Movement for Black Lives, M4BL. This is not BLM, Black Lives Matter. It's a self-proclaimed anti-capitalist group which also participated in the unveiling. M4BL is an umbrella organization for BLM and about 150 other black organizations, and it was formed in 2014 during Obama years, of course, with the goal to drastically and fundamentally change America. M4BL says that they are anti-capitalist association. Capitalism means private ownership of the means of production and free hand in what to do with the fruits of one's labor. So which part the black defenders are against? Looks like they're okay with private ownership, but want to be able to milk capitalists, to tell them whom to hire, how much to pay, whom not to buy products from, and how much profit to keep. If we will look up in any credible dictionary how system of allowing private citizens to own means of production, but the government tells them what to do, you will find out it's called fascism. The system was invented in Italy by Duce Mussolini, used in Germany by Hitler's Workers' Socialist Party, we call them National Socialist or Nazi for short. Then an American President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, FDR, attempted to bring it here, failed, and now Bernie Sanders, Ocasio-Cortez, and the M4BL, under tutelage of Barack Obama, decided to revise this fascist movement, fascist idea in America, with a little black camouflage and under different name. This is what Sanders, AOC, Rashida Tlaib and others close to Biden discuss with M4BL. US taxpayers shall provide guaranteed minimum livable income for all black people. My guess, my educated more or less guess, that they're talking about $2,000 a month to every black adult and about $500 to $600 for every black child. In addition to that, full and free access for all black people, including undocumented, of course, and currently and formerly incarcerated ones, to lifetime education. Please pay attention to A, including undocumented, i.e. illegal immigrants, and B, lifelong learning programs. That means that every black person, and how you distinguish black, you look at him, he looks black, yeah, who comes to our country at any given moment from anywhere, Rio, Paris, Mozambique, Senegal, will have a right for a lifelong free education. Paid by US, of course, taxpayers. In addition to that, hefty reparations for the wealth extracted from black communities through, we're not talking about because of the slavery, we're talking about environmental racism, food apartheid, housing discrimination, and racialized capitalism, something very strange. I never heard about food apartheid or in short, they want money, a lot. They also demand decriminalization, immediate release, and record expungement for all drug-related offenses and prostitution, This is the only demand, actually, I fully agree with. Prostitution shall be immediately decriminalized and allowed. No sane society can function without prostitution. It will dramatically reduce rape, destruction of families, and elevate women who becoming outcasts and criminals simply because, they're going to earn their money, allowing someone to use their bodies. It's like, somebody, I use your money, you use my body. That's a fair exchange. Then, real, meaningful, and equitable universal healthcare. That's what they wrote there. Real, meaningful, and equitable universal healthcare. Translation is simple. They want to get healthcare for all their needs, including abortions, trans surgeries, but do not want to pay for it. Someone else shall pay for it. So they want more money in the form of totally free healthcare for them. But on top of that, they demand a radical, a substantial redistribution of wealth. Do we know this one? Yes, we do. Every Marxist movement repeats this mantra. The result is always the same. Food shortages, plenty of gulags for the ones that do not agree. See Venezuela, the USSR, Cuba, North Korea, East Germany, Vietnam, Cambodia, Albania, and this list can go on and on and on and on. I believe like about 40 examples I can give you offhand. They also demand an end to the privatization of education. Don't understand this one. No private schools, no charter schools, only government education that produces illiterate people with high school diplomas in their pockets. The bill introduced by those two wonderful representatives in our Congress, people's reps, the bill demands a right to all people residing on the territory of the United States to vote, disregarding those people are legal citizens or just came off a boat or crossed border illegally or are in prison for murder. Everyone will have a right to decide what to do with the money to be taken from the people who earn the money. And of course, pre-registration for voting of 16 years old. They're of course very smart, wise, and understand about life a lot at age 16. But let's come back to the bill and to the Biden's bold ideas. Biden's people propose to end federal programs that provide funds and resources to police departments. They call for closing all federal prisons and immigration detention centers. They want to abolish ICE and Drug Enforcement Administration. Gentlemen, I am not creating this from my imagination. I am quoting the Biden's bold ideas and a bunch of other documents Biden uses. For example, Inslee Plan for Combat Environmental Racism, Booker's Plan for Fundamentally Changing America, AOC Green New Deal, and now this new initiative called the Breathe Act. In short, the combination of those documents, all posted in, except the Breathe Act, everything else is posted as a reference on the Biden side. The combination of those documents, bills, proposals, and so-called bold ideas call for creating a racist country with black race being paid for being black. Skin, not hair. Hair, you can have any type of hair. I have had once black hair, but they're not going to pay me. So skin is a more important factor. The whites and others, so for example Asians, supposed to feed them, pay them, provide all necessities for them, and probably kiss their boots. But kissing the boots are not among bold ideas. It was from me. This position represents what the younger generation of the Democrat Party of the United States want. I'm not sure that sane Democrats want it, looks like there's either no more sane Democrats or they are afraid to raise their voices. We learn more and more about scientists being thrown off their jobs for not being enthusiastic about new racism or about socialism or the fascist kind, of culture imposed on us. We know that in entertainment industry, if you suspected to be conservative, God forbid you suspected to be conservative, you probably is ostracized or fired. Let's now look at the other details of the Biden bold ideas, BBI. Yeah. Are they bold or not? New or not? Workable or not? For you to decide, not for me. By 2035, Biden promises to abolish production of electricity by use of oil, gas, and coal. So he will produce electricity, or no electricity at all, or he will produce electricity different ways. Plus, he promises to environmentalists, part of his coalition, to make starting new oil fields, gas pipelines, and anything having to do with carbon dioxide extremely difficult or impossible. In other words, from one side, his administration will move to destroy all heating and cooling system in 4 million plus commercial buildings in the US. It's a quote from referenced in his plan. Will stop all cars that are using gasoline and prohibit flying all planes and helicopters that are using, the derivatives of oil. Instead, he will intensifies U.S. economy using taxpayers' dollars to build billions, probably, or millions of sun panels and wind turbos to produce electricity. According to preliminary calculations, the project will cost the United States between 14 to 18 trillion with the T to build new and destroy old systems that work well, as a matter of fact, and will make our electricity about 20 times more expensive. You will pay 20 times more for the Biden's electricity. However, many of those who vote for him will not pay a dime. Why? How? Since they're not contributing to the pot. They're not paying anything. They're just getting from the pot. They only take from whatever we put in. But they're allowed to decide how much to take from you and who will get what is taken from you. Nice. It is still not clear how solar power will make planes fly, but increasingly looks like Biden counts on a not yet created nuclear energy that may or may not be created when we will destroy all engines and systems of climate control in our buildings, 4 million of them. If such energy will be known, every capitalist in the world would start changing immediately their current system to the new, better, and more efficient one. But this energy doesn't exist. Biden offers to destroy old, but has no clue when the other would be created. It is a typical stupid socialist solution. If it's an old, I want power and will promise you anything to get it. On the other hand, we will not be producing and exporting oil, gas, or coal, and will allow OPEC and Russia and Venezuela to dictate their prices to the world. Vladimir Putin will be very happy. At the same time, we will pay trillions to African countries for damages to the environment we, white civilization, is responsible for, according to the bold ideas by Biden. We also will be sending billions to El Salvador, Guatemala, and Nicaragua in order to create economical heaven in those countries and stop immigration from those countries to us. On top of this being crazy and unsustainable idea, the money, I'm quite sure, will be stolen by Democrats and their counterparts in those countries. The reason people from those countries may stop coming to us is simply because our economy will be in stumbles and America will become a country of shortages, street violence, and absence of work. So why to come here? They have plenty of that in their own countries. So in a way, Biden will achieve goals of his, comrades fascists to make America not exceptional, but normal country like everybody in the world, like many others, with very rich upper class and totally powerless population that has no money or political power to influence or change anything, and who lives under totally different set of laws and rules from the plebs, from us. That would be a dream come true to Democrats, one party, and they will think forever. However, they shall not forget that throughout the history, those who brought mob to power are killed either by the same mob or more often by their comrades, eliminating one by one their competition for power on all and every level. Those that think that they will rule the world most probably will die in prisons or in re-educational camps they themselves are planning to build for us. I would love for them to experience life in the society they are creating, but I have a grandchildren that I love. And that means that we will vote them out of every possible place of power. We do not want to have one party in power. I want several parties, two at least, but not them. Not fascists, who are always pretend they care only about our well-being. Let's be real. They care only about power and money. We are distant 47th on their minds. Talk to your neighbors, friends, relatives, tell them facts I dig for you. Do not sit and wait. We have one life and we do not want to end it in new gulag. If you're lucky, you will not, your kids will be there. Please comment when you will finish watching this video. It's very important to hear your voice. Many on the other side listen to your voices also. Also, if you like it, please put like. If you dislike it, please put dislike, but don't be indifferent. Sign for the channel. I'll put the address for the leonweinstein.blog, my blog that I would like you to sign. More people repost, further we can spread the word. Thank you for watching, and until next time, thank you. Bye-bye.